There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam, all right? Let's go.
From the shores of Lake Erie,
To Browns fans worldwide,
hope is alive and the future's bright.
I'm John. This is There's a Gleam.
I'm Steve. Let's get the gleam together. And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of There's a Gleam Show. We're a part of the Fanatical Elves Network, which is a part of the Fans First Network. I'm Steve. He's John. John, it's my favorite part of the show. How we feeling today, buddy?
Steve, I feel like the truth has set me free. Hallelujah. Holy shit. Where's the Tylenol?
Is that a Christmas Vacation reference?
That Chevy Chase. A little Christmas time.
I love it. That's awesome. Oh, good for you, my friend.
How are you doing, Steve?
Hey, you know what? Like you said, it sucks after a loss. Always sucks.
I feel great after this loss, Steve. I don't know why you think it sucks. I think this was a great loss. If there is such a thing as a great loss.
I kind of agree, and I see where you're going with it because in one regard, it's a loss. And nothing for nothing, but we've lost now twice this season to a one-win team. So that always sucks at home.
That does.
But I think you, me, and everybody else, Shedeur Sanders has got you pretty pumped up a little bit, I'm assuming.
For sure.
I don't know. How do you feel about the wrist up thing?
I love it. Whatever. I don't care. It's fun.
It's a new generation.
It is, part of me, it's fun. It's like wrist up. Let's do it. Let's go.
Well, part of me is always scared because of the whole Johnny thing, Oh,
and Johnny couldn't hold Shedeur's jockstrap.
That is true. Did you see?
I guess did you see a thing about the thong?
Yeah, I did.
Shedeur said it's not a thong.
No. Did you see during the game the Titans when they got the one turnover, they all ran down the field and then did the wrist up pose?
Yeah.
And Simmons, they're probably one of their best defensive players, did that too. That being said, he did give Shedeur major props afterward. Was overall impressed with them. But yeah, see, that's what mimicking. Oh, we're gonna, but like you said, I love the Barry Sanders way of stuff. Run to the end zone, hand it to the ref. But
I think you need those guys too. You need the Nick Chubbs that just get in, go and do their job. But I also like to have a little bit of flash.
Yeah. I can see it. It's today's day and age and stuff. So again, if you're watching live, feel free to comment. Love to hear from you and what's on your mind. Answer any questions. Before we go on, Johnny, though, I did want to give a quick shout out to Bernie Kosar. I don't know if you saw this morning.
No, I haven't.
He posted again. He's back in the hospital. I believe it's E. coli blood poisoning.
Oh,
so
that's not good.
In typical Bernie fashion, he was in good spirits. Pretty positive. So hopefully he gets better soon. That's pretty serious, though.
That is.
I didn't realize this. I think I read somewhere that could lead to sepsis and stuff. And
sure.
This is the second time now he's been in the hospital since he's had that lung or liver transplant. So, but anyway, we wish Bernie the best. Hopefully he's back and home soon. So, all right. I hate to do it. I did have to post this little thing up because, I love my pictures and stuff, but I saw this little gem and it's got the Cleveland Browns words on there with no W, and it stands for just another week without a W. So
yeah, that's all right.
It's better than the what is that, water boy? Oh no, we suck again. But anyway, so all right, my friend, let's get right to this recap here.
Well, yeah, Steve, you hit the nail on the head. It's the second time we lost to a one-win team. That doesn't bode well for sure.
No.
But with that being said, Shedeur's breakout game, I feel like, he threw for 364 yards. He had 3 passing touchdowns, and he ran one in. I thought he played outstanding.
I did too. And so much from that being mobile, that what was it, like a 10 or 12 yard touchdown run he ran in?
And he did some little twisting, turning, got his sleeve of his shirt ripped off.
Like one of his arm sleeves got ripped off, and you know what? It's encouraging. You said the stats. I mean, we'll bring up some stuff here later, but and the bottom line is it looks like he's improving every game.
He really is. You don't see him, and people have been saying he's not going backwards. He's stepping up in the pocket. He's doing these little things that he's learning, and it's making a difference. And I'm excited about what they've got going on right now.
I agree. No, it's so back to your thing. How we doing today? I guess I am feeling a lot better after a loss. It's encouraging. Although that being said, for the love of God, would Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco, who I love both of them, shut up. I heard them the other day, and now they're like, oh, the Browns, and we're going to bring it up later, Browns talking about Sanders being the starter the rest of the year. And then they start throwing, oh, yeah, who's he facing now? The Bears, the Bills, the Steelers, the Bengals, like all these hard teams. It's like, so you want him to play before, and he's not in your bitch, and now he's playing, and now, but he's playing against Hart. I hate that.
That whole scenario doesn't make sense to me, because when we went over last week with the Titans defense, weren't they ranked like 29th, somewhere around there?
22nd or something?
Yeah. They're not a terrible defense.
No.
Actually, the offense has problems in Tennessee, but the defense is solid.
Actually, the one positive, I shouldn't say one, but a big positive for them is they've actually got a really good pass rush, and that showed. I mean, he did get sacked. They've got a good front four there, so they actually have a good pass rush.
They really do.
Yeah. Let's see. They had 24th. They were ranked
24th. Okay, you got it there. Good.
But they do get after the quarterback. That's for sure. So yeah. But I don't mean to interrupt your game reading, but I heard that, and it just. Really? Now it's this. There's always something. I just want to watch the kid ball. I'm liking what I see. I want to enjoy it. I wish all this other noise would just shut up. So
that's why you shouldn't listen to this podcast.
I'm done.
We're the noise. Well, anyway, Steve, too. And then, Jerry Jeudy had a nice game.
Yeah.
And then Njoku had a nice game. Fannin had a really nice game. And, the way that Sanders drove the ball down the field, especially on that 60-yard pass to Jerry Jeudy.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. The touch that Shador had on the throw to Njoku in the end zone, perfectly placed.
Yeah.
And then Harold Fannin, who I'm really starting to like, with the way that he won that 50-50 ball in the end zone and pulled it down. That's what we need. And I don't know if I mentioned it last week or I was texting someone about the Browns don't win 50-50. I think it was actually I was texting the group chat. And we don't win 50-50 balls. And then Harold Fannin goes and gets a 50-50 ball for a touchdown. So that's what you need.
What did you think of the big matchup? Which to start the year, people thought this could be the first and second players, taken in the draft.
Yeah.
And then when the season started, you're like, well, this ain't happening. And, lo and behold, everybody gets to see Ward versus Sanders. What was your impression between the two?
Well, my take on Shador for sure, but with Cam, I really like Cam Ward. I've been a big fan of him since he was at Miami. Yeah. And I just don't think they have the weapons for him, but I'll tell you what, they sure tore apart the Cleveland defense last week.
They shred. Tony Pollard went nuts on us. What do you have? 161 yards. I pulled up the numbers here. You already said Shador, 23 of 42 for 364 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did have the pick, sacked 2 times for 13 yards, and a quarterback rating of 90, or the one rating of 97.7. QBR, which I still don't understand that one, was a 56, which I believe is his highest. And then Cam Ward went 14 of 28, so 50%. 117 yards, did have 2 touchdowns, did have a pick, sacked 1 time by Mr. Myles Garrett, quarterback rating of 70.1 and a QBR of 19. So, I mean, he won at the day. He got the dub, but Shador, what was he? 5th round, 140 something pick, and he was the first. I mean, you have to like what you see, right?
Yeah, I think he stacks up well against them. And there's a lot that goes into with why Tennessee probably isn't where they should be,
Right.
weapons and all that, and could be some coaching. But I mean, overall, I think Cam Ward is going to be a good football player. I
mean, it's always hard. Everybody wants to put him head to head how they did, but he is going against a better defense. You know,
That's
we
true.
are on
Top
paper.
2 defense.
Yeah. So, but Shador more than held his own. Actually, you know, thought he played well. So, yeah.
It was really frustrating though to see the Titans kind of run all over the Browns. Something that hasn't happened this year.
No.
So
when I was Nathan Zagura, I remember when they did the you know, when they won the coin flip and all that, they're talking and they're like, "Oh, this is exactly what we want. Browns, you know, are going to kick off. They'll get them 3 and out, and then let's go down and score." And I was like, "Yeah, sounds great." And then the first drive you're watching, like, "Uh-oh." And he's like, "This didn't go as planned." And you're like, "Oh, gee, shut up."
Yeah.
Don't assume, never assume. So, yeah.
You know, we had a couple injuries, Steve, and it sucks.
Big one.
Yeah. We had Posick tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. And
and Jerome Ford also, I heard today,
was
put on the IR.
Yeah, I guess
shoulder injury.
Yeah, they had said something before, and I listened to Stefanski's press conference. I guess that happened during the game. Unfortunately, both of those guys, I believe, are unrestricted free agents. So these very well could have been the last game you see both of these guys in a Browns uniform. Don't know if Posick will be back. I'm torn. I don't think our line's been that good this year. You know, is he part of the reason? Is he part of the reason why we're at least better than what I guess? You know, Ford, he's kind of turned into that third back. Yeah. What do you think?
I think if Ford doesn't come back, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was a good fill-in 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When Chubb got hurt. But
he had some pretty good games, you know, put up some decent yards, which actually I'll be honest, kind of surprised me. So
if I'm Jerome Ford, I'm going out and testing the market because you're behind Quishon Junkins right now and Samson.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, he signed a 1-year deal. He took a pay cut to stay here, I thought.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think that's going to happen again. You know, but yeah, both of them. I think you're right. I think Ford's probably not going to see him back, but who knows about Posick. I am excited to see Luke Whippler. You know, he's a draft pick of ours from Ohio State. I saw a stat yesterday of the snaps he played when he came in. I had 0 pressures. I'm like, okay, you know.
Okay.
So we'll see. I mean, they drafted him, I think, with the intent of him being an heir apparent. And we're going to see again with him. You got 4 games left to see what you can do. And, you know, or if we have to look in another direction, or does Posick come back? Who knows?
I guess there's always that possibility, depending on how they want to rebuild this line.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your take on our special teams last week?
I mean, at this point, is it a surprise anymore?
No.
I mean, you almost expect, what are they going to F up this time? Which, you know, how's the team going to score, or where are we going to fumble, or whatever? It's almost comical. It's sad. And
so I heard yesterday, I was driving and I heard on WKNR, Andrew Goldhammer talking about the special teams. And I don't know where he got the stat. I tried finding it, but I couldn't find it, that the Browns have the worst special teams number since 1978. And I think that's maybe just for the Browns.
I mean, it wouldn't shock me, I guess. I mean, we've seen it all year, all the stuff. So definitely wouldn't shock me.
I really don't know what key metrics they use for you know, special teams.
It's our buddy Chris. I saw what he put. He put they are special in parentheses.
They are special.
They're a special group of guys for sure, Chris. Yeah, and you know, and part of me gets, you know, it's tough to fire coaches during the middle of the season. What do you gain? I don't know. Somebody's trying to make excuses about, you know, you're bringing these guys together. A lot of them haven't played on special teams before. Other teams do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're in what? This is week 14, 15 now. I don't see it getting better. I see the same things happening over and over and over again. So,
And I don't think you get rid of Bubba mid-season, but I think you got to get rid of him at the end of the year.
I will be stunned if he's still here. I mean,
will you be stunned if Kevin Stefanski is still here?
Yes and no. There's some things I just don't like. I genuinely like Stefanski. You know, I mean, we did go to the playoffs 2 times under him. But that being said, you look at some of his records and he's had 3 losing seasons. It's like, and then some of the things they did during the game, I'm wondering, is he the scapegoat? Is he just taking the hits? Is he really this way? I don't know what to make out of it.
It's such a quagmire because there are things that I really like about Stefanski and things that he does. But like you said, there's things even like Sunday, Steve, and everybody's talking about it. It's a big elephant in the room.
Yep.
The 2-point conversions. And the first touch, so this is what gets me. The first touchdown, they decide to go for 2, which it blows my mind. You're down 14. And I know that the modern day
it's analytics.
Somebody
brought that up.
It's the stupidest thing.
I agree.
Stupid.
Analytics says at that point you go for 2 because even if you don't make it and you do score again, you have a second time, then at least tie it. My feeling is, and this is why I'm here, not a coach, I guess, I'm at home. Get me, and I know an extra point in today's game is not a guarantee either, but get me a touchdown. If I go to overtime, I don't care. I'm the home team. I'm supposed, what was it? Isn't it? I thought the rule of thumb used to be, on the road, you do something like that because you don't want to go to overtime. At home, no. If this goes to overtime, but it's the whole analytics thinking, which
I hate it.
I hate it.
Okay, so even with that, put that aside, the analytics, okay, I'll listen to that. But the second time Shedeur takes him down the field and they go in, they go for 2, but Sanders is not in the game. The guy with the hot hand is not in the game. And you're expecting Quinshon Judkins to make a split second decision when that's really not his game is, give me the ball, let me run.
Yeah. And starting to get a little too carried away with that every time. Go bring him in. I mean, yeah, I agree. I didn't like it.
Once again, this is what drives me nuts about the part about Stefanski. It drives me nuts. He thinks he's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah, but he does say he makes the calls of everything because it's Tommy Reese is making out, but I got to believe it's his call to go for 2 and not 1.
But I think Stefanski's probably covering for Tommy.
Yeah,
that was Tommy's play.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, that's where you got to give Stefanski credit because he's willing to be in that foxhole and take the bullets.
Right. He generally doesn't throw players, coaches under the bus, and that's something you can respect about him. I think if I had to pick, I'm leaning towards, move on. I need somebody else in here. We've been for the 6 years. I haven't really seen growth and improvement. It's like good year, stink for 2. Good year, stink for a couple. And, just when I thought we were a good team, playoff team, we start building and now we'd be contending for, going to the Super Bowl. It looks like, we take steps back. That being said, I don't want to just hire anybody. So they better have somebody, in mind. And, I don't know. But.
Well, getting back to the thing you just said, did you hear Mary Kay Cabot say that this is the Browns' second Super Bowl window?
Where was I for the first one? Was I sleeping?
That's what I was wondering.
I got that. Did you ever see that movie, The Ringer?
Yeah.
Remember when
Jeffy?
Yeah, he's covering up about them going for ice cream and stuff. He took all the kids out late, and then one kid's like, "When did we go for ice cream? Was I sleeping?" I love that. I use that one all the time. I agree. I don't know. Our predictions didn't hold up again, and for the record, it was 31-29 Titans. Yeah. You went Browns 17, Titans 10. I was worse. I had Browns 24, Titans 10. So once again, we struck out there.
I've never taken the Browns again, Steve.
I don't want to be spoiler alert, but that very well could be the last time I picked them all year. In fact, I'm about 99.9% sure I will not pick them again. So anyway, moving on to a couple other little things.
Yeah.
There was a sighting at the game. If you were at the game, you got to see JOK. Nice. He was the honorary smash the guitar crowd went nuts for it. What, the crowd that was there anyway. Good to see him moving around. He's been kind of quiet. No,
it has been quiet.
Haven't heard anything about him, his recovery or nothing. So, good to see him. Kind of like a Nick Chubb.
Before we get off the GOK subject real quick, and I don't know if he's coming back, but let's just for the sake of argument say he's coming back.
Yes.
And he's going to make a return next year.
Yes.
Him and Schlesinger, you're going to get Martin Emerson back next year. And I heard somebody say, and I know we need offense, but if the Browns draft a Caleb Downs to play safety, how good would this defense be?
It could be scary good, but, again, kind of talking about Stefanski and the pattern.
Yeah.
We've had some pretty good defenses in the past, or good, good offense. And then next year, it seems like they take a step back. That being said, I don't think they've had the talent that they've had. And getting JOK, I will go on the record. I love Caleb Downs, but I do not want him in the first round.
No, I know.
But wishful thinking, trade up, trade for another pick. I agree. But no, it's nice to see him. The other news, we touched about it briefly, was Stefanski announced the other day that Sanders has been named the starter officially for the rest of the season. So there's no more. Is he going to start this week? I mean, pretty easy decision, John.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Yeah. I think so. Makes sense. And like I said, I mean, they're going to have the Dylan Gabriel pick. It makes you think, what the hell did they really see in Gabriel that they took him in the third round and before Sanders?
Another reason why this should get blown up. I mean, really, I don't want Andrew Berry making my picks.
No,
that's stupid. Who thought that 5'10" left-handed quarterback's gonna be your friend? Get out of here. Get out of here. That's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it briefly.
And I'm not trying to bash Dylan Gabriel. He's trying the best he can, but he's limited in what he can do.
I mean, the most important position in all of sports really is quarterback. And that's the one thing, one of some things that this regime has not been able to identify. They may have lucked into it this time. Who knows? I mean, I'll take it any way I can, but looking at this schedule here to come up, it's going to be fun to watch Sanders. You got the Bears in Chicago, which if you heard the early reports,
cold.
It might be potentially minus 20 degrees wind chill.
What? Well, hey, it's the Windy City.
That's true. Then you got after that, it's back-to-back home games, and our last two times the tailgate. It's the Bills at home on the 21st, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers the 28th, who right now is back leading the division, and then we'll end with Cincy, and that's the flex thing. So that one's to be determined.
Well, I'm not even worried about wins or losses at this point.
No,
I just want to see improvement, and I want to see these young players because they are exciting to watch.
I agree. There's a couple things with Sanders I saw, some really mind-blowing stats here. Things that he's doing. I mean, I get it. It's early still, but he's the first quarterback since 1950 for the Browns here to throw for over 300 yards, have at least three passing TDs and a rushing TD in a single game.
So that's great. Who threw for 300 yards in 1950?
Right? Did they? I thought everything was running.
That's amazing.
Well, in 50s, is that Otto Graham or is that just before him? It was right when Otto Graham was there, right?
I would think so.
I would have AI'd it, but so far they've led me wrong in the past. So now
I don't even use AI anymore. It's stupid. It's never right.
Yeah, I questioned some of it. Been burnt a couple times on that one, but yeah, no. So that was a pretty impressive.
But I just looked it up. That would have been Otto Graham.
Okay, makes sense. I mean, that's another thing. Total side note: he does not get nowhere near the credit by many of being one of the greatest quarterbacks. I mean, what was it? 7 out of 10 times going to. I mean, it just what he did back in the day,
and his numbers for back in the day are just really, really good. Almost 3,000 yards every year throwing. Like, come on.
I agree. And then here's
1945. He's throwing for 300 yards.
Yep. Here's this. I saw this little nugget too. NFL Shedeur Sanders, only rookie quarterback this season with 300 passing yards in a single game. The closest one after him was Jackson Dart, 283. Tyler Shook had 282. And Cam Ward, his highest so far is, what is that, 260? Is that 255 or 265?
I can't see it.
It's so small I can't see it. But
I know.
Point taken. He's the only rookie quarterback to have over a 300-yard game. That kind of shocked me, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you gotta like that, no?
For sure.
Well, all right. That's enough about that in the Browns. There was some other pretty big news. Kind of big, very shocking, but other big news that's going on in the NFL here. And that being said, do you know what that one was, John?
It was the Pittsburgh Steelers got handed a win by the referees.
All right. One of the biggest. No. Reports came out the other day that the Indianapolis Colts, well, you heard Daniel Jones, I think it was his Achilles he blew out, which is a shame. He was having a career year. The Colts decided to bring in Old Faithful Phillip Rivers, 44-year-old grandfather Phillip Rivers, for a tryout, and I saw he signed with them.
Yeah, I saw that too. That
their
they
practice squad, and I just heard again today before going on a show, because Jones is out, Phillip Rivers is going to be able to get his old number 17 that he had with them before, and of course that he had with San Diego.
Nice
at the time.
I,
So
I,
yeah,
it's
Phillip.
So will he be? I wonder. Will he probably won't play this week, right?
I don't see how. I mean, he hasn't played football. What they say? It's been, I think,
2000, right?
Did you say 2000?
I'm sorry, 2020.
I think it was like, was it? It's been over at least 5 years or more. So yeah.
I think he started in 2000.
Isn't he eligible for the Hall of Fame?
Well, yeah, I think he would be. 5 years, right?
Yeah. So I think you might be right. I thought it was 18, but it might be 20. That's incredible. They asked, the funny thing was, they saw this, they had Mike Tomlin, he was having his press conference, and they made something about, what do you think about a 44-year-old quarterback and a 42-year-old quarterback playing? And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he told him about the Colts. He's like, he just kind of laughed. He's like, I'm not commenting on another team. But he was like genuinely surprised by it.
Well, it's going to be when he gets in the game. I that's like must see TV, because I want to see what he's going to do.
Almost kind of curious to see what he has left in the tank. I mean, I don't know.
I wonder how much money he got to sign with them.
I mean, maybe he just wanted a break. I thought he was a head coach somewhere or something, but maybe he just needed a break. What does he have, like 12 or 13 kids, 10 kids, something like that?
Well, that's why he's got to go back. With the grocery prices these days, he can't feed all those kids.
Right. On that note, we will move on here to look at the quick AFC standings here. You got two teams at 11-2, New England and Denver, the cream of the crop, which both are surprises to me. How about you?
Total surprises.
Yeah. Well, really another big a side note with the Denver, I saw with Kansas City losing that game on Sunday. They have been eliminated from winning their division first time, and I can't even remember.
That makes me happy.
Right? They can still make the playoffs, but that's even an uphill battle. So you got the AFC North at 7-6, Baltimore, they're 6-7, Cincy 4-9, and we're unfortunately at the rear at 3-10. Buffalo.
I just want to touch real quick on that Pittsburgh game with Baltimore last week. That catch that Baltimore had that they
that's right.
Took it away. That's what I was referencing
earlier.
That
Isaiah Likely?
It may have been Likely. He had 3 steps in the end zone. I don't know what more he needs to do.
I
don't know.
I agree. I did see that. That was weird.
Pittsburgh gets all the calls.
It's pretty rad. Well, and we'll talk about our Jags watch later, but damn if the Jaguars, they're in first place now at 9-4, and let's be honest, with Jones going down, that Indy's might spiral, but Houston's had a resurgence, and they're 8-5 right behind them.
Their defense is tough.
Either way you slice it, Jacksonville's to me is looking like a playoff team, so that ain't good for our Jag watch. That's for sure.
Well, the good thing, if they do have a really low draft pick in the high 20s, at least we get to sit around for the whole draft and have something to watch.
Are we going to bring back? For years we did draft day parties rotating at others' houses. Is that coming back next year?
It's coming back. It's coming back for sure.
We'll have to that could potentially be a live show.
That could be a live show. Ooh, that'd be fun.
I did that with Lou, our buddy Lou, that does Burning River Browns talk and Stirring the Pot. I jumped on with him. Actually, I think I was on vacation, and the one day of the draft, I hopped on with them for him and Sherry at the time and did theirs. But that was fun. Yeah, we have to do something about that. But NFC real quick, Philly lost that game Monday night, which for me, I loved. Got me in our fantasy, the league we do, into the playoffs. KB had Jalen Hurts going, and he had a miserable game. But Philly's got that division at 8-5 over Dallas at 6-1. Green Bay's climbed back up in the North, 9-3-1, but Chicago's right there at 9-4. And that's
goes to show you could turn it around really quick.
Which division? I mean, looking at these, Tampa's come back down to earth a little. They had a shocking loss to the Saints, was it? They're 7-6, tied with Carolina. I don't know who's the biggest surprise for me this year. Carolina's up there as well at 7-6. Did not see that coming at all. Nope. Did you?
No.
Which division's tougher? NFC North with Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, or the NFC West?
I think the West.
Rams and Seattle are both 10-3. Seattle I thought could be okay. You know, who knew if Darnold was legit or he looks like it, and Jackson Smith Njigba has just, ridiculous. Exploded on the scene. And then you got San Fran with everything they battled. They're 9-4.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It's going to be wow. I thought they were slumping, and AFC may have it, but looking at this, I don't know. NFC might. It's going to be a good Super Bowl, I think.
It is. It's going to be great playoffs this year too.
Hopefully. All right. Well, on that note, we're going to move on to our next segment of therapy session here. And before I forget, I know I have it. Did you write down? Wanted to shout out. Last week we talked about the high school state playoffs, high school football playoffs. We had 3 local teams. We're up in the Cleveland area, so there was 3 local teams that were in the playoffs. And what happened in those shows?
We got Avon beat Cincinnati Anderson 20-13.
Nice.
Then Glenville went on to beat the Whippets.
Who did?
And they killed the Whippets 45-7.
Who was that you said?
That was Glenville Tarblooders.
I think this is their third now. They won it back to back, and now this one, I think.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
third title in school history. Yeah, and then the last one, Kirtland. They beat Hopewell Loudon 41-6. So 3 from the Northeast Ohio area to win state championships. Pretty cool.
Yep, Kirtland's a juggernaut. I forget how many they've won now. I think they've been in the championship 14 or 15 times, we said last week. Not surprised that 2 big blowouts. And then Avon, and I forget the young man's name. I apologize, but there was unfortunately one of the students there had passed away. And I did see a little bit of their coach afterwards. I think maybe on the news or something afterwards covering the games. They kind of dedicated to that young man that, unfortunately passed away. So good for them. And congratulations to all 3.
Yep.
That's it. Cleveland, football and pierogies. That's what we do. Right?
Yep.
We got to talk about it. The Big Ten championship.
Oh, yeah. What a game.
Indiana 13 and Ohio State 10. What'd you think? What was some of your thoughts?
I thought it was a good game. It was enjoyable. I thought it was enjoyable to watch. It was a good defensive battle.
Yep. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't really watched much of Indiana. I mean, think of Indiana, I think basketball, Hoosiers. They're actually a legit team.
They are.
I'm impressed with them. I must admit.
I'm very impressed with them too. I'm surprised that the Ohio State was only held to 10 points with all the weapons that they have.
And how ironic.
What's that?
How ironic in another big game, that the score 13-10 is very familiar. That's what we lost to Michigan last year, 13-10.
Real, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, then that means we're going to win the championship again this year.
They got a long layoff right now. They don't play until what? New Year's Eve, Cotton Bowl or whatever. I mean, it's a big layoff. But with that, Indiana ended up having the 1 seed in the playoffs, and Ohio State went down to 2, which makes sense. Totally makes sense. No problem with that. Do you?
No, not at all. I think it's Ohio State actually has a better pairing, I believe.
Yeah. Well, and after the game, a lot of talk, a lot of buzz on social media and stuff was Mendoza and the interview he gave. And I think you had I got it right here.
Before we get to that though,
hit me.
I want to talk about Mendoza for a second because I'd seen him play just a little bit here and there.
Mm-hmm.
He throws a pretty ball.
He does.
He's got a nice ball. And the other thing that might take away from that Big Ten championship game was the toughness of Mendoza.
Yeah,
because he got leveled
that first series.
Yeah,
was it the very first play?
I think it may have been the first passing play.
Yeah.
Man, did he get blasted? And I thought he was out for the game.
Yeah.
And for him to come back, that kid's got some grit.
Well, and you said it was late in the game. I don't know if it sealed the game, but remember he threw that Mendoza hit that relatively deep pass on the right side to the receiver. I mean, he put that ball
right on.
And that was good coverage. You're right. I haven't seen a lot of him. In the end, I've watched it all. I've heard a lot about him, but he didn't have huge numbers, but he made all the throws he had to. And he looked good. I got to admit, he did look good.
Except for what about the interview though?
That being said, I've seen so many people, and I think at one point you're like, before Shedeur, you're like, I want Mendoza. I think you and the 90% of the country, after that an interview went out after the game, I saw so many people say, I don't want Mendoza. He's too goofy. He's too weird. He's a nerd, basically.
Play the interview.
There you go.
This is with Jenny Tapp.
Indiana, the Big Ten champs. How does that sound?
It sounds so beautiful. I want to give all the glory to God. We were never supposed to be in this position, but by the glory of God, the great coaches, great teammates, everyone we have around us, we were able to pull this off. Whoever thought the Hoosiers would be here, but now the Hoosiers are flipping champs. Let's go.
You guys call yourself a bunch of misfits who found the right home at Indiana. Why was this the right place for this group?
It's the right place for process-oriented. We're going day by day, whether it's the offensive line, the defense, the coaches, special teams. We're all process-oriented to one goal. That's our thing, is we're brothers. We can drag teams into the deep end because we know that we're going to stick together and we're the strongest glue ever.
Tell me about finding Charlie Becker, 3rd down, 2 minutes to go. We talk about Heisman moments, but take me through that one.
Man, what an incredible, he's been every single day in summer. We were always thrilled before practice, at 7 a.m. on Sundays, doing spots, doing routes, and now you see it to come to fruition. He's my roommate, couldn't be happy for such a young man as well as our defense playing lights out. And well, everybody what an incredible moment.
Congratulations, enjoy it.
Thank you so much, God bless, go Hoosiers.
What'd you think, Steve?
I mean, definitely excited.
Yeah.
Came across kind of dorky and a little, I don't know, but I did think it was genuine though. I don't think, some people it's like kind of fake.
Yeah. When I first saw it, I was like, this kid's weird. Like, what is
right.
But then I thought about it and I was like, this is the guy you want to be your quarterback. He's a little nerdy, but man, like the passion.
No,
so
that's true.
It kind of reminded me of a Bernie Kosar.
Okay.
The way that Bernie talks with that passion that he has, that's how I feel about this Mendoza. Hey, a little flaky maybe, but all the great ones maybe are a little flaky anyways.
I got a little something. Now, and you hate to, I saw him being criticized because, he was a Christian or whatever to, praising God or glory to God. Yeah.
So what?
That's
what he believes in. Everybody can believe whatever they want to believe in.
Exactly. So if that's your big issue, but like you said, I was impressed. But that being said, and seeing what Shedeur has been doing, I'm not ready.
That changes everything. It changes everything. Because I wanted the Browns to get Mendoza. Now I'm pulling back and saying, no, let's build around Shedeur right now.
I'd like to say, if Shedeur's playing like this, we've got talent, but yet our line's really not that good. Hasn't played that good. The receivers, our wide receivers,
Terrible.
So get weapons. So anyway, I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but You know, happy for the kid. What did he say? Process orange product. I didn't understand.
Process oriented.
Oh, okay. I heard that.
Oriented, and
I listened at 3 or 4 times and I couldn't make out what the heck he said. So anyway, on to the next one.
He's a Heisman. He right for the Heisman pick. Who else do they have? Who else is he going?
Actually, yep. There's 4. Yeah, this well, that game was huge because that very well could affect. But yeah, I pulled that up. They announced just the other day the Heisman finalists, the 4 of them. Excuse me. And you got Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame with over 1,300 rushing yards, 18 TDs. Mendoza with 2,980 passing yards, 33 TDs. Diego Pavia from Vanderbilt. Don't really know much about him, but he's thrown for more yards, 3,192 yards and 27 touchdowns. And the 4th and final is our own Ohio State Julian Sayin, 3,323 yards with 31 touchdowns. Maybe I'm wrong. I kind of thought it was a 2-man race between Mendoza and Sayin.
Yeah.
Julian's got more passing yards. Mendoza has 2 more touchdowns, but what do you think after that game? Did that just kind of
go Mendoza?
Yeah, don't you have to almost with that big win?
For sure.
So,
and I like Sayin too, but
I mean, he's going to be back next year. So, I didn't expect this out of Julian. I mean, the kids played phenomenal. Again, same thing like the Michigan. You know, they had that first drive. He got picked off early. The offense really never seemed on track. I mean, I don't know if it was play calling. The other big news was Brian Hartline announced that he was going to be leaving and got the head coaching job down at the Florida school. So I don't know how that affected stuff, but whatever. It's but yeah, that I don't know when that comes up. What did they announce all that before the bowl games? I always forget.
What's that?
The Heisman winners, or is that after all the games? I don't even remember anymore, to be honest.
When they do that, I
don't either. Anyway, that being said, I want to move on to another thing. For those of you looking for a career, I stumbled upon this and my mind was blown. And I'll give credit to a guy I follow on X, Dove Kleiman. For those that follow him, NFL Water Boys. John, you ready for this?
Yeah.
According to what Dove Kleiman said on X, NFL Water Boys earn $3,000 per game.
Whoa.
Which is more than $50,000 a year if you 17-game season. And that doesn't include tips. A lot of the Water Boys also attend practices. They handle the locker room prep, travel with the team.
How do you get that job?
Right? I'm ready to give up my stressful job. I'll
That'd be fun.
That blew me away when I heard that. I mean, we see him when we're at the game, the guy's running out, or the last game, well, the game before, I should say, when you were with me together, the guys that are holding players wearing their coats because they were cold and then taking them off and running back to the sidelines. But a water boy, $50,000.
That's a good job if you can get it.
No
kidding. If they have insurance with that.
I don't know, but if you got young kids and they're not really going to career, college oriented or whatever, it might be a career to consider.
Send them to water boy school.
Right? Oh my God, that truly blew me away. And then one final thing here that I wanted to touch upon. This hits a little closer to home to me because we got some family members, our granddaughters are playing, but girls flag football. It was just announced that, I believe they announced it yesterday, that girls high school flag, there's 62 new high schools are joining the 2026 Spring Girls High School Flag Football League. Now brings them to a total of 121 total high school participating in the Browns division.
Nice.
And the Browns, to their credit, have been kind of promoting that and doing stuff. And it made sense. I mean, we're the birthplace of football. Like I said, our 2 little girls, they're playing and they love it. Especially the oldest one, Elise. She loves playing it. And it's kind of exciting to see. You were involved. Fun fact, for those of you that don't know, John Ryder was a big-time executive, which I don't know how you didn't turn it into a Browns, but what were you a part of?
I was the market manager for the Cleveland Crush.
And what was the Cleveland Crush?
the female football team, flag, not flag, indoor
Lingerie?
arena lingerie football league.
I still don't know to this day how you got that gig. Who was it,
So
Browns?
I was part of. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I thought my microphone was off, Steve.
Oh, you're good.
Okay. Yeah. So we were doing the tailgating website, Steve. Lots of. And I reached out. They announced that the Cleveland Browns were going to have a arena indoor lingerie football team. So I reached out to the guy that was started. His name was Mitch Mortaza, I believe.
Okay.
Dude was flaky. I ain't gonna lie. So I talked to him. He said, "Hey, come to practice." So I went to the practice and ended up the next day. He's like, "Hey, why don't you come to the press conference? Bob Golick and Hanford Dixon are going to be there." I'm like,
right.
Wow. Okay. So I went, sat next to Hanford Dixon, Bob Golick, my two favorite Browns players as a kid growing up, Hanford for sure.
Right.
And then Mitch said, "Hey, do you want a job as the market manager?" So I ended up doing a lot with the Lingerie Football League and I
remember while you were a part of that, there was a time you and we went out, I think it was at Spectators or Scorchers. There's a place in Willoughby Hills, a bar. Remember we met up with Hanford Dixon there?
Yeah.
At that place?
Right.
And then Golick. Well, back then, Golick, back on West 6th there, he had Golicks right on the corner there.
Right. That's right. We had some stuff over at his bar. So I'm all for the girls football. I think that's great that they're doing this flag football for.
How did you not turn this opportunity into a position within the Browns organization?
Mitch was just a crazy lunatic.
Oh my gosh, that is too funny though. That's pretty impressive though. So anyway, on that note, John, I think it's time we're going to take a quick break here. So we will be back in 1 minute. And thank you for that. Thanks for coming back. We want to thank our sponsor. Sponsor for us is Hemisphere Coffee Roasters. We shake the hand of the coffee farmers, like they like to say. Check them out. Good coffee part. If you're a coffee fan, they got a lot of good varietal stuff. They're in Mechanicsburg, Ohio, and good company. So check them out if you get a chance. And I thank them. So on that note, we're going to move on to our next segment here, and we're going to look ahead to this upcoming week.
Yep.
Who we playing this week?
We're going to Chicago. Chicago Bears, 1:00, Soldier Field. And now you said you saw temps with the wind, possibly negative,
potentially minus 20 degrees, I think, wind chill.
And I saw the temperature for kickoff is 9 degrees right now. So yeah, it's going to be a cold one.
That stinks because we have friends in Chicago. Our buddy Chad, shout out to Chad and Michelle Stavro, my former mentors of Chicago, Jay. That'd be a great place to go for a little road trip. Too bad the Browns aren't better and the weather's not so crappy because it's close drive or quick flight, and that would be a cool place to go, I think, for a weekend and watch a game.
Yeah, it would be. Especially if the Bears are playing really good right now. I think it's going to be a really, really tough game. They're in second place in the NFC North. Lost last week to the Packers, 28-21.
Mm-hmm.
The last time we played them was December 17th in 2023. We beat the Bears 20-17. Joe Flacco and Justin Fields were the quarterbacks for that game.
Isn't that crazy to think about that?
It really is.
I remember that because actually that was a pretty close game. Chicago kind of came back, and if I'm not mistaken, they kind of were, driving down the field with their last possession. I think we got that late interception to seal the game, but it was one of those. Stop me if you heard this before. Hang on to your hats because we're trying to hold on to win a game
all the time,
right? So
we're 11-7 all time with the lead, 11-7 against the Bears.
Okay,
that's 1951, which is weird, Steve. We've only played the Bears 18 times since 1951. Doesn't it seem like we
considering how long these teams have been around? I get it though. Being an NFC team, now they're doing they do the rotational thing and stuff. Just chances to play. But yeah, it is kind of weird that we, haven't played them more. It seems like being like you said, for as long as we've been around, it seems like we played them a lot more.
It really does. So their leaders right now, Caleb Williams, thrown for almost 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He's been sacked 20 times. DeAndre Swift leads in rushing, 837 yards, 4.8 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns.
Not bad.
And then Rome Odunzi, 44 catches, 661 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then, of course, DJ Moore, 39 catches, 498 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So they've got some weapons in Chicago. It's going to be a task for the Browns to shut down DeAndre Swift, I think, after what we saw last week from Pollard.
Yeah. And Swift, I had him a year ago in my fantasy, and he really didn't do much. I was expecting, but this year he looks like he's having a pretty good year. Yeah. Their offense, what's their offense ranked again?
They are okay. So the Browns defense right now, we're still second in the league.
Okay.
Which is a little surprising after last week. But and then the Bears defense is 27th. Okay. Our offense is ranked 30th, and the Bears offense is ranked 5th.
So, I think we moved up a spot. Wasn't our offense 31st? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, we've been hanging around that 30, 31.
Yeah. But so you got the 5th ranked offense with Chicago Bears going against the 2nd ranked defense of the Cleveland Browns. It scares me a little because defense generally so far on the road, it seems like we've struggled a little bit more, although maybe that needle's turned because against the Raiders, they played, lights out, almost record setting. And then at home, like we talked about, they just got shellacked and, against a Tennessee Titans. So who knows? But
who knows? But all I know is that when you look at what you said, the Bears ranked 5th on offense and Browns 2nd on defense. That's going to be a good matchup. And the Bears 27th on defense and the Browns 30th on offense. It's going to be close.
Another week under Shador's belt of practicing. So, I'm excited to see what the kid does. Fannin, you talked about it before, is having a phenomenal year. What do you have? 140 something yards this last one. Mm-hmm. That touchdown he threw to him in that corner of the end zone there, he put that ball so perfect. And Fannin, to his credit, went up and got it. And what a play, man. Those two could be fun to watch here. Let's hope for the next decade.
Hey, speaking of Fannin, Steve, I pulled something up the other day. Fannin receiving leaders for the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Targets, Harold Fannin, 85. Receptions, Harold Fannin, 59. Yards, Harold Fannin, 619. Touchdowns, Harold Fannin, 4. Yards per game, Harold Fannin, 47.
Wow.
He's leading the Browns receiving just about every category.
Whoa. And usually it's the trifecta. What is it, like how many catches, how many yards, and how many touchdowns? And wow, that's
so
that's crazy. That's wow. Well, should be fun. We'll do our predictions at the end of the game here, and we'll move on to Jaguar watch. It was one of my favorite things to start the year, and
it's gone downhill.
Changed. I mean, I guess the good or the bad, how you want to look at it, is our pick seems to be going up and up, or but the Jaguars keeps going back and back. But anyway, what's the current situation with that one?
All right, so last week the Jags beat the Colts 36-19. Trevor Lawrence had 2 touchdowns. Travis Etienne had 2 rushing touchdowns. We talked about Daniel Jones's injury for the Colts at season ending, which probably not just season ending, but probably all through next year too, I would think.
Yeah, and I don't know his contract situation. Is he signed with I can't
remember if he did a 1-year deal or I have no idea, but it sucks for him.
Hopefully he can come back and hopefully he can play. I mean, he was playing incredible.
He really was.
He was playing like that first round 5th or 6th pick of the draft when he was taken. So
hey, well, if I want to make your day even worse, I'll tell you the remaining schedule for the Jags. It should make you real happy.
Okay.
They played the Jets.
Oh.
Then they go to Denver.
All right, that one's hard.
Then they play at Indy again, and then they play Tennessee. So I think there's like maybe 1 loss in there, maybe to Denver.
I mean, Denver, as good as they're playing, and it's in Denver.
Yeah.
And the other teams, I gotta think 3-1, and they were what, 9-4.
Yeah,
they're gonna go 12-5, and probably More than likely, they go
27 somewhere.
I mean, they're a game up on Houston as we speak. I don't know Houston's schedule, but they're probably gonna end up with 12 freaking wins.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
It really is. So right now we're holding the 4th pick, and the Jags hold the 27th. So we'll be watching the whole draft right till the end almost.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I do enjoy this. We're epic for putting out some pretty good food. In fact, the one year, I'll give you credit to this day, one of my favorite wings now is I don't know. I know BW's calls it the Asian wings, Asian zing or something.
Asian
it's
zing.
Sriracha and honey. So you get
yeah.
that sweet, you get that spicy, and I gotta admit that's probably now my favorite wing. But speaking of that, Field Yates, I saw this. Field Yates had his latest mock draft put out today, and he had it with the 4th and 27th pick, and he had the Browns taken with their first pick, 4th overall, wide receiver Carnell Tate out of The Ohio State University. And then following back at the 27th pick for right now with Alabama tackle Caden Proctor. So a wide receiver and a tackle. How would you feel about that, John?
I think I'd be very happy with that.
I've been
screaming for Carnell Tate for a couple weeks.
Right?
And that's who I want.
I mean, if he's the best receiver and we're picking that high, it almost makes too much sense. I did pull up a little bit of I guess what he had as a scouting report for each of them. And so for Tate, said Browns will likely have conversations about the quarterback position, but Sanders' growth in the 3 games as the starter has been encouraging. In this scenario, he had 2 clear-cut best signal callers in my rankings were off the board. The Browns also have work to do with the offensive supporting cast, including tackle and wide receiver. Tate's the next first-round lock from the Ohio State receiver room, and he would be awesome in the Cleveland pass game. Very good size, runs terrific routes, and can make contested catches. He would bring up vertical ability as he averages 17.5 yards per catch this season. Also note, Tate has 0 drops on 58 targets this season.
Wow.
No Browns receiver has reached 40 catches or 500 receiving yards this season. Time for an upgrade.
Yep. I love it. Put the card in now.
Can't really argue with that. I mean, hear that. Yeah. Like you said, they better not take that full 10 minutes. Get that card up there right away. Proctor, I totally love the pick of taking a tackle. I'm a little torn on him. Plus, I don't want to call it the Jed.
Jedrick Wills.
Yeah, syndrome. But his write up on him was a little. It wasn't bad. Brief. His write up was when evaluating options. He went to that. He went with Tate earlier. He said some scouts aren't convinced that Proctor will hold up against twitchy edge rushers in the NFL, but there are no doubts about his experience. 3 years at starting left tackle, overwhelming power in the running game. After allowing 9 sacks as a true freshman, he has surrendered just 4 over the past 2 seasons. And he had Cleveland cycled through multiple options at left tackle because of injuries this season. So actually not a bad report.
Yeah.
I would take it. So anyway, now to the fun stuff. We're going to go to our land segment.
We got to get this show on the road.
Land segment. Well, I feel last week we've been doing that hour, and I feel like the fans have been cheated out of bonus time. So we might go slightly over, but we're going to do our land segment. And this one was all you this week.
Yeah. So went on, I think it was Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We went, my daughter, my wife, we went to the Holiday Land Christmas bar at Nano.
Wait, all 4 of you went?
3. Me, Taylor, and Aaron.
Okay. Well, I didn't see any pictures of Taylor.
Well, she took the picture.
What are you, 6'4"?
Yeah, something like that.
You have arms of you couldn't get your daughter. Wow. Now I know who your favorite daughter is. Shout out to Maddie.
So yeah, we went there. It was great. They had the place decorated for Christmas time. They had the big old leg lamp in the window, that's a leg lamp I want. I want the big, like $300 leg lamp.
Yeah, you know what we bought? We bought this several years back. But we actually, I don't know. we actually finally went to the Christmas Story house. Actually, when our friends Rob and Jen were in town, our Green Bay that we had met on our honeymoon years ago, we're still friends with them today. We went there, and I finally bought the leg lamp. We got it as a Christmas ornament. It's been on our tree now for years. But you're right. I want the big one.
I want the big one. Yeah, that's legit.
Yes, it is.
So they had it all decorated inside. Then they also had like the seasonal drinks. So I ended up getting the toasted marshmallow old fashioned.
Wait, this is the Nano Brewery, right?
Yeah.
And what this time of year they decorate? I got a picture here. It's decorated Christmas.
Yeah, they have icicles and
they call it Holiday Christmas Bar.
Yeah, Holiday Land Christmas.
Holiday. Okay, that looks pretty cool. I got to admit,
it was really cool. We went to last year. We went. I want to say we went Harry Buffalo maybe for the Christmas bar.
Okay.
I thought this was better.
Way better.
Yeah, it was really decorated, really nice.
Okay.
And then they had this special menu. So I had the toasted marshmallow old fashioned, and which was very good. And then Aaron had the apple cider mimosa. There's the menu.
Got that list. Holiday Land specialty cocktails. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and Taylor had 2 drinks. I don't remember which ones she had. She liked them though.
Okay. Looking at some of the names, look pretty good. Apple cider. Who did the apple cider mimosa?
That was Aaron. Aaron did the apple cider mimosa.
Cranberry Aperol spritz, peppermint espresso martini. My wife would like that. She likes peppermint.
What was in the toasted marshmallow old fashioned? What kind of
Old Forester toasted marshmallow, simple
syrup?
Yep. And Ango bitters.
Angostura bitters. Okay.
Yep. They have Red Rider. That's you John Ryder.
Out.
They named a drink after you.
And I didn't have it.
Santa Sangria.
Is there a margarita or something on there? I think that's what
Frosty's margarita.
I think that's what Taylor had, the margarita.
I like this. Griswold's family tradition. It's alcohol free. It's eggnog. You could add liquor to it, and then ginger blast. Sounds some pretty good drinks, actually.
Yeah. And there's a couple other Christmas bars, popped up all around the city.
Isn't that when did those? Oh, is that COVID? You did it years ago. The whole igloo things.
Oh yeah, igloos like at
I didn't know if that was because of COVID or if it was just because it's cold and some people, were trying to still get people, and so they had the heated igloos. You could go take your little party.
They started it during. You see, a lot of them popped up during COVID, and some have kept it since.
Yeah, I still see some around here. We have a place over by us off the Chagrin River that they have a big area because their patio is right there on the river. Usually during the summer is popular. They keep something, but there's the one drink that you said.
That was the mimosa.
Okay.
The apple cider mimosa had a stick of cinnamon in it.
I do like me.
We did end up getting, I think we had an appetizer, some nachos. They were okay.
Yeah.
I
ain't gonna lie. I do like a good mimosa.
I do too.
And then I think I had a picture here of your other drink, that was Aaron's. Was that the toasted marshmallow one?
That was a toasted marshmallow. That was Taylor's purse is in that picture because she bought this new purse and she wanted her purse in the picture.
Priorities. Good. I kind of wonder why I saw that. I'm like, maybe it's just a background.
No, she bought a new purse and she wanted it in the photo. So
now she's gonna go worldwide. That purse. Right? And then I know you said food wise, you got. I think we had a picture. Was it a burger?
No, I didn't get that one.
Whose is that?
That's not me.
That's the pictures you sent me.
That I never sent that, Steve. You're out of your mind. That doesn't look like anything I've ever eaten, ever. I think that's your photo. We got nachos at the Holiday Lamb.
I swear you're gonna laugh at yourself when we get off this show and you look at the text because you sent me that, and then you sent.
I'm looking right now. I got my phone in my hand. Let me. It's not it. No, you check your phone, Steve. You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Remember that movie? What was that movie?
Lock Up, I think. Yeah, with
Stallone and. Yep. Oh, there I am. Got my brown hat.
There's the happy couple. Where did that picture come from?
That's your photo, dude. You got a hamburger somewhere.
I don't remember ever getting a hamburger like that.
I love how
You never sent me pictures of food. That's funny. Yeah.
yeah.
So there's the happy couple without the.
I have my Christmas Story old fudge shirt on.
Deb said, "Looks so yummy." Unfortunately, it wasn't what he had to eat, but hey, that looked like a everything bagel seasoning bun, not just like a sesame. But I don't know where that came from. I could have swore somehow it was on my phone, and I thought it was after the pictures that you sent me. They were right after, so I just uploaded a bunch of them. That's actually funny.
Hamburger sounds good now. I'm kind of hungry.
We need to get a producer for our show, so I don't have to worry about all this.
We're the sloppiest. We're like the sloppiest podcasters in the history of podcasting.
Yeah, you know what? That's all good. But no, place looks great, festive.
Yeah,
looks like an awesome time.
Check out if you go online. They probably have a website even showing different Christmas bars, East Side, West Side.
Yeah, is that a Browns Christmas hat that you're wearing?
Yeah, I got my Browns like Santa Claus hat.
That's awesome. All right, well, all right, sounds good. It was the Holidayland Christmas Bar at Nano Bar, which is off West 25th. There, that's a great little area. There's so many good places.
It was a good time.
Goody.
Good two shoes.
As you say, good for you, good for me, good for everybody.
Good for you, good for me, good for everybody.
On to our award-winning segment of There's a Gleam. And what
There's
you got
a gleam, Steve.
I think we might be passing out some hardware this week.
We got some hardware to give out. All right, here we go. First off, the dog of the week, given to the player who went full alpha. Big hits, big plays, big energy. Someone who clearly woke up and chose violence. Steve, we could give this every week to Myles Garrett, and we might just do that for the rest of the year. But he's got it again this week. 4 tackles, 1 sack, 3 tackles for loss. Only J.J. Watt had more. Is the only other player with 30-plus tackles for loss in a season, and Myles Garrett is the. And we got the Spark Plug Award. This goes to the player whose single play flipped the energy of the entire game. Kickoff return, sack, interception, big third down grab, whatever lit the fuse. Steve, it's Devin Bush this week for the 40-yard interception return that took off of Cam Ward.
Wasn't that a big turn? I remember they had scored. They got the ball. We looked like crap. They're going. I'm like, you know what? We're unbelievable. We're going to fall this far behind. And he gets that pick, and that was phenomenal.
That was a big play right there.
Yeah, it was.
And then we got the clutch collar for the player who came through when it mattered most. Late drive, key field goal, crucial third down stop. Ice in the veins is required. And there's only one guy that's got ice in his veins right now, and that's Shedeur Sanders. 2 late touchdown drives. Clutch collar goes to Shedeur. And you know what? He probably would have scored one of those 2-point conversions if he had the chance.
You would have liked to think. I love this picture of him.
Yeah. I love
see
that
the little snowflakes going.
Yep.
I got to admit that. Actually, isn't this the first time this year they lost with this color? Not the color.
The brown. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think they were 2-0 going into it, but can't argue with the award so far. I agree with every single one of them.
All right, now we got the dog pound workhorse for the grinder who did all the dirty work. Tough yards, key blocks, relentless hustle. Not flashy, just lunch pail football. And this goes to Carson Swessinger. 13 total tackles with 6 solo tackles. He now has 111 tackles, most by a Browns rookie since Wally Rayner back in 1999. Oh, and TJ Ward.
Yeah. Rayner had 108 and Ward was, I think, 105. And he's already surpassed both. That kid's been phenomenal. Like I said,
I just love Swessinger.
I really do too.
For a kid that wasn't even really touted coming out of high school because of COVID and all that.
Wasn't recruited walk on, at
USC.
Yep. And was it UCLA?
Oh, UCLA.
Okay. And man, this kid, I remember when we took him with the first pick in round 2. I'm like, we're doing what? Who?
Yeah.
And home run. Love the kid.
Home run. And then, Steve, the final There's a Gleam Award. It's awarded to the moment, the drive, or player who gave fans genuine hope. The maybe we're actually cooking here moment. And this week, the There's a Gleam Award goes to Harold Fannin Jr. 8 catches, 114 yards, 1 touchdown, and just the way he played the one play, Steve, I think it was third. I want to say 3rd and 20 or something like that.
Mhm.
And he took the swing pass. He took the pass out along the sideline, and boy, he missed the first down by a yard or two, but it wasn't for he didn't try to get it. I mean, he just bulldozed his way through, and I love the way Harold Fannin plays, sure-handed, and so he is our There's a Gleam award recipient this week.
Cannot argue with any of those. All well deserving, and the future's bright.
It sure is.
Seeing all these kids on here that I'm excited. So a lot to look forward to, and let's hope they stay healthy, and let's hope they continue to grow and keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, my friend. Well, we'll kind of wrap things up. We'll move on to our closing segment here, and with this one, it's, as we said before, it's the Browns are traveling to Chicago to play the Chicago Bears, 9-4 Chicago Bears, I believe we said.
The Bears. Yeah.
And oh boy. Road
what game here. What's your prediction? I went first last week. You go first this week. Are you changing your mind on your? Are you thinking?
Oh God, no. Nope. Actually, before a few weeks ago, I thought this could be a winnable game. I wasn't sold on the Bears at all, and I thought maybe we'd catch a little fire. I was hoping for a little win streak here. That's gone out the window for me. So I am going to go with my head this week, and I am going to go. God, hearing that report, my score sounds ridiculous now, but seeing our defense get shredded up kind of scares me. You know what? Every time I think it should be a low-scoring, crappy game like last week, I'm going Bears 27, Browns 20 in a relatively closer game than people think.
I'm kind of close with you on that. I think I'm a little concerned with the defense. In my head, I want to say that here we go, head and heart. My head, I want to say, the Browns will shut them down. Or no, my heart's telling me that they're shut them down. My head's saying they're probably going to. Steve, I don't even know what I'm thinking anymore. Let's be honest.
I don't know what 27-20. What world do I live in?
Anyways, I'm close to the same score as you. 24-17 Bears.
So you got a close one. I don't follow the whole Vegas thing, because they always have their over-under, although they were way off, because I think if it wasn't it something really low, like under 35 or 33 for the Tennessee this past game, and yet they scored 60 points. So Vegas doesn't know everything, but anyway.
Maybe I'll start putting the Vegas odds on here.
I should look at it once in a while, because by and large, they're pretty accurate. I never once pay attention to them, and sometimes that reflects with the score predictions. But I think we both agree. I think the Bears are going to win. The only thing I wonder, I don't know why we look so bad against the Titans. Miles got another sack, so he's at 20 now. So he's 2.5 from tying it, 3 from breaking it with 4 games to go. You got to like his chances. But did it seem like almost like early on, it's like they were just pinning back and like, we're going to go after and just try and get sacks. And that's why they carved this up running. Because how many times a day you saw them cut inside on the ends and they go right around them on the outside? I don't want them to get too, hey, it's all about just getting sacks.
I mean, Steve, there's a possibility that the Browns defense gives up 10 points this week.
Could be a 6-3 game or something.
It could be. So who knows?
Anyway, on that note, there you go with the predictions. Want to thank everybody for listening to the show. Want to please remember to like, follow, share, and subscribe. Spread the word. If you're not already following the Fanatical Elves Network, they're on X. We're on X, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. A lot of other great shows. Check them all out. And like I said, as always, want to thank you. And go Browns. Any last words, Johnny?
Have a good night, everybody.
Go Browns.